Okay, Suryadanathan Subhatavasa. Today I am going to discuss some past paper questions regarding production possibility frontier or production possibility curve. I have selected some questions. I will be discussing all the past paper questions related to PPC curve. Here, if we take year 2013, because we have got a new syllabus from 2017, but in my lesson will be the same. Therefore, you can select any production possibility questions from your past paper book. Now, I am going to discuss the question related to production possibility curve, which is available in your 2013 question paper. Paper 2, question number 1, part 5. How does the production possibility frontier help to illustrate the microeconomic and the macroeconomic issues in the economy? I will read it again. How does the production possibility frontier help to illustrate or indicate the microeconomic and macroeconomic issues in the economy? You know, you have already understood what is microeconomy and macroeconomy. If you study about each individual components of the economy, that is microeconomics. Example, if we study about the consumer behavior, market demand, market supply, market equilibrium, changes in price of the product, like that, they are coming under microeconomics. When it comes to macroeconomics, you study the economy as a whole. You study the aggregate concepts in the economy. That is macroeconomics. Then, here the question is, examiner asks you to explain how you can use the production possibility frontier concepts to explain the concept available in both microeconomics and macroeconomics branches. Right. If we take microeconomics, under microeconomics, we have different concepts. One is scarcity. Number 2, choice. Number 3, opportunity cost. Right. We have more concepts available in microeconomics, but I will introduce these 3. Number 1 is scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost. Then you have to explain how you can use your PPC curve to explain these things. Right. I will take first one, scarcity. What is scarcity? Actually, that is the gap between unlimited wants and limited resources. Scarcity. Today we have got a subject called economics because of scarcity. Then, you know, if you draw, this is, you take product A here, product B, this is the origin, this is your PPC, then you can indicate a point beyond the curve like that. I have given you a point which is available beyond the curve, that is point D, then this is the PPC, this is the PPC. This PPC indicates the maximum production capacity of a country. Maximum production capacity produced by a country by using the existing technology and available resources. Then, if you take any point on the curve, it indicates the maximum production capacity of full employment. Here, if you take this point, this is beyond their capacity. Therefore, today or currently, at the moment, you can't achieve this target. This is the target which you can try to achieve in the future. If you increase your resources, or if you increase your technology, or if you increase or improve your efficiency in the country, you can achieve this one in the future. But now, at the moment, currently, you can't achieve this one. This is beyond their production level. Therefore, at the exam, if you are asked to explain scarcity by using a PPC diagram, you can draw this diagram and explain what is this point, that is a point which is available beyond the production capacity. This PPC indicates the maximum production capacity of the country. Therefore, currently you can't achieve this target because of scarcity. We have gap between limited resources and unlimited wants, that is the scarcity. Therefore, you are given full marks for this diagram and explanation. Right. Then, the second concepts we can explain choice. Then I will use the same diagram. You know, what is choice? Even in our limited resources, we have got alternative uses, options. Therefore, you can't achieve all the requirements. Then we will have to select the best option. When you select the best option, that's called choice. Selecting the best option is choice. You just take this diagram and I mark point A and another point, this is point B, right. Then in the country, you can select any combination available on this curve. I have marked 2 points, combination A and combination B. If you select combination B, you will have to sacrifice combination A. That is because of scarcity. You have no sufficient resources. Then, when you select point B, you will have to sacrifice point B. If you select point A, you have to sacrifice point B or combination B. That is because of choice. Choice is the selecting best option. Right. Then, at the exam, you have to draw this diagram and you have to explain what is choice. And when you select one option, you will have to reject other things. That means you have to make a choice among the available combinations. That means you have to make a choice among the available combinations or options. Right. When you draw the diagram, you have to name PPC and you have to name this axis, y-axis product, x-axis product, this is the origin, like that. Then you are going on the marks. Right. Then next one, opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? You know, opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative foregone. You know, even in our limited resources, we have got ordinary uses. We can't fulfill all the requirements. Then we will have to select the best one. When you select best option, you have to reject all the other options. Then among other options, best one is opportunity cost. Here, I will use the same diagram to explain opportunity cost. Then opportunity cost is the cost of next alternative. Right. You know, here, if you want to increase production from one item, you have to decrease the production from other item. That is opportunity cost. You should know the definition and you should know how to use a PPC diagram to explain opportunity cost. If you take here 1,500 from product A, 1,000 from product B, you take this one, this is 1,000, this is 900, this is 800 and this is 700, right. If you select combination A, you can produce 1,000 from product A and 700 units from product B. If you select product B, combination B, you have to select 800 from product A and 900 from product B. Then, if you want to increase the production from B, then you have to definitely sacrifice some units from product A. You understand what is happening here from when you move from product, combination A to B, you have to reduce production from 1,000 to 800 from product A, and you can increase production from 700 to 900 of product B. That is what you sacrificed. when you increase the production from product B. You can talk other way around also. You know, if you select to increase your production of product A, then what will happen? Earlier you had selected this combination, that is B. Then if you want to increase the production from product A, you have to move from B to A. Earlier you were producing 900 from product B and 800 from product A. If you want to increase production from product A from 800 to 1000, then you have to sacrifice the production units from 900 to 700 of product B, like that. If you want to increase the production of product A, then you have to sacrifice by 200 units of product B. Then you can increase by another 200 of the product A. Likewise, you can explain opportunity cost two ways. Right. I think you understood in a simple manner how you can use a PPC curve to explain opportunity cost. Right. Then I explain concepts available in microeconomics. Then when it comes to macroeconomics, what is macroeconomics? Actually, if you study about the economy as a whole, that is macroeconomics. Under that we can take under that economic growth. Then you can take full employment. You can take unemployment. Right. We have recession, economic boom. Like that, we have more concepts in macroeconomics. I will explain these three, then you can further read to understand other things. What is economic growth? You know, economic growth is the increase in your production during a certain period of time. For you to have economic growth, you can't just take 2 weeks, 1 month or 1 year. At least you should have 5 years, you should wait 10 years, like that. It should be a actually longer period to have economic growth. Then, if you take here capital goods and consumer goods, this is your PPC, existing PPC, PPC 1. Then, because of economic growth, we can easily increase our production level, production capacity. Therefore, you can shift your original PPC to rightwards. That is how you can indicate economic growth in a PPC diagram. I will repeat the answer again. If you are asked to explain economic growth by using PPC diagram, first you have to indicate the original PPC, that is the maximum capacity. After you obtain or achieve your economic growth, then there can be shift of the original PPC. Then you can shift your existing PPC to rightwards, like this. That is, I have indicated PPC 2, then you can indicate by using arrows. Economic growth means increase in production of the economy. Right. Then you can have next factor, full employment. What is full employment? If you take this PPC 1, any point on the curve indicates maximum production capacity. There is a full employment. The country has fully utilized resources. If you take any point along this curve, it indicates the full employment. So, if you select any point, in this curve, then it indicates the full employment. If we take this point, point A, that combination, then point B, that combination, full employment. Right? That means country has utilized the resources fully. Country has used the available resources fully. That is the meaning of full employment. Right. Number 3, unemployment. What is unemployment? Unemployment means you haven't used all the resources available in the country. You have unused or unutilized resources. Unemployment. That means if you use a diagram to explain unemployment, the country hasn't yet achieved their full capacity, full employment. That means your resources are idle, you haven't used. If you take any point inside the curve, you take point D or point C, any point below the diagram, any point below the curve will indicate unemployment, so inefficiency or unutilized resources. If you take point D, it indicates unemployment. Point C, unemployment. Likewise, if you take any point below the curve, they indicate unemployment or unused or unutilized resources. Right. Then you draw the diagram at the exam and explain what is unemployment, and you can just indicate a point or 2 points with letters and explain why you have got unemployment. Because of unused resources, then you are going full marks. Right. Then we understood unemployment, full employment, economic growth. They are available in the macroeconomics. Right. That is the question selected from 2013 question paper. Then we have got another question in the year 2014. That is a big question. You are given here more than 10 marks. What is the first part? Explain production possibility curve using a diagram. Right. How can you explain production possibility curve? What is the first part? Explain production possibility curve using a diagram. Right. Then you have to draw the diagram like this and draw the PPC curve and name it PPC. Then you can use any two type of goods here to take capital goods. Here consumer goods. Consumer goods. Right. Then you can indicate just target number of goods, 1000. Right. Then when you are offered marks by the examiner, he or she will consider the line and the naming the two type of industrial goods and this curve and the item. Then you explain when you draw this type of curve or PPC curve, we have to make assumptions, 3 assumptions. The country is producing only two type of items of goods like this. Here consumer goods, capital goods. The country is using only the existing technology. Number 3, country is using all the resources available in the country in efficient manner. You have to mention, and also you have to define what is a possible PPC curve. PPC curve is a curve which is used to indicate the maximum production capacity produced by a country by using their existing technology and using all the resources in efficient manner. I will repeat the definition again. When you define the PPC, you have to mention PPC is used to explain or indicate the maximum production capacity of a country by using their existing technology and using all the resources available in the country in an efficient manner. Then you are above all the marks given in the question paper. Right, that is how you can explain the production possibility curve. Then part 2, you are asked to explain some incidents by using PPC curve. Here they have mentioned explain the following events by using production possibility curve diagram. Explain the following events by using a production possibility curve or frontier. Number 1, returning of significant number of professionals who had been in foreign countries. You know, professional means sometimes they may be doctors, engineers, or chartered accountants, qualified accountants. Then those who were in foreign countries have come to Sri Lanka. Then what will happen to Sri Lankan production? There can be increase in Sri Lankan production because they have mental efforts, they have actually do something to the country by using their knowledge, experience. They can use their mental capacity, mental efforts to increase the country's production. Therefore, it will affect to increase country's production. Like if you take product A here, product B you take, then this is PPC curve. Because of returning professionals, those who were in foreign countries, then now they are in Sri Lanka, they will use their mental efforts to actually produce or enhance the country's production. Therefore, we can expect increase in our production. This is PPC 1. Then you can indicate PPC 2. Right? We can have change in, that is increase in production capacity because of returning the professionals from foreign country to Sri Lanka. Right. This is the diagram you have to draw at the exam to indicate the effect of returning professionals from foreign countries to Sri Lanka, because they can use their mental efforts to increase the country's production capacity. Right. Then you have to draw this diagram and explain the way you can increase the production. You explain because of returning professionals from foreign countries to Sri Lanka, then they will contribute their capacity or mental efforts to increase the production. Therefore, we can expect a shift of the original PPC curve to rightwards like this. You indicate everything available on the PPC curve. Right. That is the number 2. Question number 2. They have mentioned destruction of capital resources of a country due to a natural disaster. I will read the question again. Destruction of capital resources of a country due to a natural disaster. You know, we can have in any country natural disaster like tsunami or floods, earthquake, like that. We can have unexpected natural disasters. Because of natural disasters, our capital resources has come down. Destruction means has come down. Then what will happen? Because of natural disaster, they have mentioned that destruction of capital resources. You know, we use capital resources to produce other goods and services also. Therefore, if there is any decrease in capital resources, then what will happen to country's production? Then definitely there will be decline in the production level. This is PPC 1. You know, if there is a decrease in capital resources, it will affect to reduce our production capacity. Then our existing PPC will shift to backwards or left like this. Right. This is PPC 2. You can indicate like this. Our production capacity will come down because of decrease or destruction in our capital resources. You have draw the diagram like this and explain. Because of destruction in capital resources, our production capacity will come down. Therefore, original PPC 1 will shift to backwards because of decrease in production level. Likewise, you have to explain your output pull marks. Right. Then, number 3, you are asked to explain use of unutilized rural resources in production due to the expansion of road network. I will read the question again. Use of unutilized. Unutilized means unused rural resources in production due to the expansion of road network. Right. Here, you can draw product A, or here product B, and draw the curve like this. This is PPC 1, this is origin. You know, here they have mentioned because of road expansion, road networks expansion, you know, in Sri Lanka, especially now, the government is expanding the, especially expressways and corporate roads in the country. Then they link road networks to other areas also. Therefore, there can be development in our transport system. Then we will be able to use unutilized resources available in village areas or rural areas. Therefore, what will happen? If you take the question is there can be increase in unutilized resources available in rural areas because of expansion in road networks. Here, unutilized or unused resources means country hasn't yet used all the resources available in the country. That means if you take this curve, this indicates the maximum production capacity. If you take any point available in this point, curve, maximum full production capacity, but unused or unutilized resources are available in village areas, they indicate point D or any point below the curve. Then, because of development in roads networks, now they are in a position to use unutilized resources available in rural areas. Therefore, without any opportunity cost, you can increase your production capacity. Now you are in this point, inside the point, a curve, without any opportunity cost, you can easily now expand your production any point inside the curve to meet your PPC. This is the curve to explain that answer. You can have any point below the curve and indicate by using an arrow. You can go to meet the PPC curve because we haven't used total resources available in the country. Therefore, no opportunity cost. If you go to meet from any point below the curve to the curve, no opportunity cost because unemployed resources or unused resources. Right. Then at the exam you draw the diagram and name everything and explain. Because of development in road system, we can reach to our unused resources or unutilized resources available in the country. Therefore, you indicate a point inside and with an arrow you can indicate, we can go to meet the full capacity without having any opportunity cost, then you are given total marks. Right. That is the part, then the part 4. Right. Then next one, here a rapid expansion of the tourism industry in comparison to garment industry. Right. You know here tourism industry and garment industry, two different industries. Therefore, as they have mentioned in the question, you have to especially take the given two sectors, right? But you can select any two products, but here first you have to better to select the given sector. Here garment industry and tourism. tourism industry, you take 1,000, 0, 1,500. This is the initial PPC for tourism industry and garment industry. As they have mentioned in the question, you know, a rapid expansion of the tourism industry in comparison to the garment. Here, we can expect an expansion in both sectors, garment industry and tourism industry. That means we can have a development in both sectors. But as the examiner said to you, rapid expansion means big expansion, large expansion, tourism industry. But there can be expansion even in garment industry. But when you indicate by using PPC diagram, you have to mention the difference. That means you can indicate a bigger change from tourism industry. When you compare the expansion of those two sectors, there should be a big difference, big change in tourism industry. If we take here 1,500, that means 50% change, rapid increase. If you take this, you can mention earlier it was 1,500, now 1,750. Even in garment industry we have an expansion. You can indicate here percentage. Here, if you take 50% here, only difference by 250 units. Therefore, a small expansion, big expansion. You can just take here, you consider the percentage increase in production 250 divided by 1,500 into 100. That is 1/6 from the original capacity, but here that is half of the original capacity, 50%. 1,000 to 1,500, 1,500 to 1,750, that is 1/6. Therefore, you can indicate like this. This is the expansion, but we can expect expansion from both sectors, but big expansion from tourism industry. You draw the diagram like this and explain the things according to the given diagram. Right. You understood how you can use the PPC curve to indicate different things. Right. Now, there's another part in the question, that is explain the reasons for increasing opportunity cost when resources are utilized in production. You know, increasing opportunity cost means when you increase, if you take this one, this is product A, this is product B, this is your PPC, right? Always you name the PPC, right? Then you are using your two products in the country. Then if you want to increase the production from one item, definitely you have to sacrifice increasing amount, that is increasing opportunity cost. If you take this diagram, it indicates the increasing opportunity cost. This curve, this is a curve which is convex to the origin, convex to the origin. Therefore, we can use to explain later on the type of opportunity cost. But here, according to the question, we have got increasing opportunity cost. Why? Because, you know, our resources are not non-homogeneous. Non-homogeneous means not similar, not homogeneous. Different type of resources, because we can't use the same resource to produce another item. Therefore, non-homogeneous resources. Number 2, efficiency. You know, the efficiency available in one industry will be different from the efficiency available in another industry. And number 3, technology. The technology used in one industry is different in another industry. Right. That means, for example, technology used in garment industry will be different from the technology used in tourism industry. Therefore, we can have increasing opportunity cost when we use the same resource in another or alternative industries. These are the reasons for it to have increasing opportunity. Because number one, non-homogeneous resources, efficiency available in the industry, efficiency will be different in each industry, and the technology used in different industries. Right. I think you got an understanding about those two past paper questions. I will be discussing all the past paper questions related to PPC curve. I would like to introduce two more points. If you take this diagram, you take garment industry here, tourism. This is your PPC. This is PPC 1 origin. Right. If you are asked to at the exam indicate that we can have development or expansion only from one industry, then you have to shift the PPC only from that industry. And if they have any expansion or growth in one industry, you have to expand here. I will suppose we can have only expansion or growth in only in garment industry, then I will draw the curve like this. That means if we are asked to indicate expansion or growth only in one industry, and if they have mentioned the specific industry, then you indicate like that. Then it can happen like this. You take here tourism, here garment. Then we can have like this also. That means improvement has happened from tourism industry. Here garment industry, then there can be expansion only from tourism. Right. That is one side, improvement in the industry. Right. Likewise, we can have different concepts to explain under the PPC record. Then we'll discuss all the past paper questions available in your past paper book with the next video. Then, if you have got something by watching these videos, then please don't forget to subscribe me. Our subscribe button is below the curve, below the video. Then you have to click the bell icon, and also you can switch on your notifications. Then I can easily send you the video. Then thank you very much.